Coming to you from the top of a non-existent transmitter here on campus, this is Northern Tonight. Tonight's guest will be from the Trident Lounge, Renee DePorter. Musical guests, Melissa Morris and Boris Sabatier. A special report from me, Jeffrey Oman. And your host for Northern Tonight this evening, Ron Monis.
Welcome to Northern Tonight. I'm your host, Ron Monis, and I'm here today with Renee DePorter, coffee person at the Trident. So Renee, welcome, and thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
All right. So, who are you and what do you do?
I'm a supervisor at the Trident, and I make coffee, I bring it people, I stock in the store, just a little bit of everything.
Where is this Trident that you speak of?
Well, this Trident's in the Neptune Hall. It's below the residential dining in the cafeteria.
All right, cool. So, how long have you been there?
Last year, I started out as an employee. I started at semester, and then I stayed there all last spring semester, and they asked me to come back this year.
So, what year are you?
I'm a sophomore.
All right, and what's your major?
I'm undeclared business at the moment.
So, what are your plans after college?
I really don't have an idea yet, but I hope to get a nice job.
Just a nice job?
Just a nice job.
So would you be happy with, like, sitting in a cubicle and just, like, being a cubicle slave?
That's not a nice job.
Yeah, I know, but most people end up doing that anyways, right?
Right.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, we have a clip of you in action. Let's see that. Can we roll tape?
It started when he was just a young boy. Coffee soon became his favorite toy. Cup in the morning began his day. Soon he was drinking coffee all day. Java junkie. Always had the cup of Java junkie. Never gets enough of Java junkie. Drinking coffee all day. Java junkie till coffee got his brains. Ooh, he's an addict and that's a fact. But at least he's not smoking crack. But at least he's not smoking crack. He's an addict and that's a fact. But at least he's not smoking crack. But at least he's not smoking crack. You can't be sure of that. But at least he's not smoking.
All right, that was some pretty cool stuff right there.
Yeah, it was.
that was pretty intense. All right, moving on right along. Do you have any hated customers?
I worked at a grocery store before, and you have the regular customers, and
Yeah.
yes, there's this guy that comes in all the time. He used to work at Starbucks, and so he thinks he knows everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he tries to tell us how to do our job, and I'm just like, no, go to Starbucks. It's in the student center right across the street. Does he go there? No. I don't know what his problem is.
Want me to beat him up for you?
You can do that. That would be fun.
I will. Starbucks guy, you're dead meat. All right. So, do you have a favorite coffee?
No, I'm not really a coffee person. I prefer hot chocolate instead.
Oh, really? Why don't you like coffee?
Just never liked it.
Really? It's yummy.
So is hot chocolate.
Yeah, that's true. Do you like to put marshmallows in your hot chocolate?
The little ones, yes.
Just the little ones?
Just the little ones.
Ah, that's cool, that's cool. So, anything else goofy go down at the Trident? Like, have you ever had any other goofy stories?
Not off the top of my head, I'm sorry.
Nothing?
Not that I can think of.
Oh, come on, this is a big university. A lot of people go to this
A lot
Trident.
of people go there.
There's got to be something goofy, like any fights break out, any like, food fights or anything? Anybody like...
No, we had 3 glass bottles break, though, in one day. That's,
Whoa!
Whoa, that's major cleanup.
Wow, that's some pretty crazy stuff right there.
I know. That's the extent of my stories, though. Nothing really exciting when I've worked.
Wow, so Trident's like a boring eatery then, huh?
Yes, it could be.
Really? Oh, so you ever gotten any fights with the customer? Well, other than Starbucks boy? Yeah.
No, it's a friendly place. The customers they're friendly.
You never had to like spit in somebody's coffee or anything?
No, because we make it in front of them. They would see.
Oh, really?
Very obvious if we spit in it.
Well, this is what you do, you know, if like someone's really like, you know, ticking you off or something, you know, just like act like you're making your coffee, and when they're watching you, just go, hey, look over there. Once they look away, just let one go, and then when they come back, it's like, look like you're mixing it up
What
again.
you do actually is you make it really hot, so when they take a drink, they burn their tongue.
Oh yeah, that would be cool too.
Yeah.
All right, well that's about time. This is Renee DePorter, and I'm Ron Monis, and thanks for coming. Thanks for being on the
Thank
show.
you.
And that's the Trident Hall, or Trident in Neptune Hall. We'll be back right after this.
The Vial of Life program is designed to provide your medical information to emergency personnel and law enforcement agencies in an emergency situation. It can be used at home or in your motor vehicle. Fill out the Vial of Life form. Place the information inside the vial and put it in the top shelf of your refrigerator door. Secure a Vial of Life decal on the front door or window of the main entrance to your home. In DeKalb, you can pick up your Vial of Life kit at your Super Walmart pharmacy.
Alright, welcome back. I'm on remote here at the Trident. Coming up now, we have Melissa Morris in our Northern Tonight studios with Chopin's Opus 6. Check it out. Ooh, that was great. She, along with French citizen Boris Sabatier, covered Depeche Mode in this video. Here's the original arrangement of Sister of Night. I think that was on the Ultra album.
Last summer I went camping and I saw this strange intense light. It came toward me, and the last thing I remember was just being completely paralyzed. When I woke up, I was in severe pain. I could hardly move, and I knew something had happened to me, but I wasn't sure what.
Welcome back. Jeffrey Oman is out with some vampires in his piece we call Night Horrors. Not Night Horrors, but Night Horrors. As in like horror movie. I'm gonna shut up right now.
Feudalism never worked for the humans, why would it work for the undead? I want the ability to speak for those without a plan.
This isn't a costume party, nor is it a cult or a coven. This is NIU by Night, a group of vampires who materialize at Diversion's Lounge each Tuesday, after sunset, of course. But these vampires don't bite. In fact, they don't even draw blood. This is just a game, a masquerade, played here on campus.
Bela Lugosi's dead.
From Bela Lugosi to the films of today, little has impressed American pop culture as much as the romance, the mystery, and the bite of vampire lore.
Have you said your goodbyes to the light?
And it was just a matter of time before the vampires invaded campus. Eric Schachter.
I'm the founder of NIU by Night 3 years ago, and we went from a turnout of, our first year we ended with 6 consistent players, including 2 storytellers, and now we have a turnout of about 40 people consistently, which makes us the largest NIU organization, 50, makes us the largest NIU organization to consistent turnout, and DeKalb's little secret.
But what exactly is NIU by Night? Mark Harrison is one of their storytellers.
NIU by Night is a live-action role-playing game. It's designed to simulate actual interaction between people as opposed to normal role-playing games where several people sit around a table and describe what their characters will be doing. In a live-action setting, the people play their characters sort of like an improv acting thing. They will stand up, they will move around, they will do the gestures and facial expressions that their character would be having, and thus acting like their character as opposed to just saying what their character is doing.
2 such personages are Kurt Martin and Julie Pinta. Here they are in character.
I'm Tiberius Love, and this is Jeanette. We are both of Clan Setite and residing for some time in this city.
I am Jeanette de Reyes, the Marchioness de Sade. I am proprietor of the Faro Hotel that is on the south side of the city.
Well, as Setites, I must admit, fun is Jeanette's specialty. Indeed, no one likes us, but no one can bring themselves to hate us.
NIU by Night is open to more than just NIU students. Ocean Druin explains.
I pretty much took over after Eric here retired from running the show, and we get a lot of people from all over Northern Illinois coming, not just students, and we get a lot of people from Rockford.
I live in Rockford too. I'm also the Rockford's LARP storyteller. I'm the Changeling storyteller, because we don't do just strictly vampire LARP like this one does. We do what is called a World of Darkness LARP. The idea is that all those mythical creatures that you heard of when you were a child actually exist.
And we've gotten people from Beloit and a few from St. Charles. You get some strange people to play, but I don't associate with those people, except that game. But I love them anyways.
Although there is a no-touching rule, they still can combat each other.
Everybody has adjectives that explain their character. A few of the adjectives for physical would be brutal, quick, lithe, dexterous, and just anything that can describe someone's physical nature. In a combat situation, someone would go, I am brutal enough to hit you. And that would be my challenge. And then the person would respond,
I am dexterous enough to dodge. And then we would play rock, scissors, paper, just like this. And he would hit me. Unless, skills and stuff, that gets really complicated. The same thing kind of goes for social situations and mental situations for people who, aren't the most socially adept. They can just have a character that has lots of social skills and just do the same thing and usually end up on top.
However, I was told there is very little combat.
One of the reasons why we don't go with a lot of combat is combat takes a long time to resolve. A 3-second situation in combat could take up to 20 minutes to resolve depending on how many people are involved in the situation and how many actions each one can take.
Perhaps these vampires are not as vicious nor combative as those in the movies, but they're still having a good time hiding in the shadows. If you'd like to witness or join a session, visit Diversions every Tuesday from 7 to midnight. For Northern Tonight, I'm Jeffrey Oman.
That's our show. Thanks for watching, and thanks to everyone who showed up tonight. For Northern Tonight, I'm Ron Moniz. Good night. Can I go home now? I'm sick of this. I want to go home. No.